And we're live. What is up, everybody? My name is Widowmaker Josh. I'm here with my co-hosts, Toni.
Bryan.
And our guest, Bryan Nueman.
Bryan Nueman.
Hold up, let me fix that up for Bryan. 2 seconds. I forgot to turn his thing off. There we go. Cool. So Bryan Nueman, we're here with the RGV Shred stream. It's a new stream me and Toni put together where we just showcase a bunch of local players that are really, really great, and we just want to bring them into light and show everybody, you know, what exists here in the RGV 956 area. And today we are with our first guest of our series, Bryan Nueman. He is an RGV blues player, most known for his Stevie Ray Vaughan likings.
Blues rock.
Blues rock?
Blues
yeah,
rock.
Blues rock. Let me see. Let me make sure. I think your gate might be on too high. 2 seconds, guys. We're figuring it out. Everyday talk.
Yeah, because I think like blues, like B.B. King and shit like that. So.
Yeah. But I guess because in the Valley, like, it's gone through so many changes that I guess in our generation especially, we don't realize that it's blues rock. Cool. Just making sure our levels are good. Trying setups, new stuff all the time. And Bryan's got 2 guitars for us today that he just got in his hands, right?
Yeah.
Talk about the one that you have in your hands right now.
It's an Epiphone custom. I think it's a limited edition, but it has a Seymour Duncan JB in the bridge, and then I'm pretty sure it has like a Gibson pickup in the neck.
And how did you get that guitar?
Guitar Center. They didn't want to give the guy enough money, so I offered him more.
But it's a pretty good guitar.
That might have been me.
Nah, I was in in Brownsville.
Right. Bryan's like, I'm gonna drive an hour away to the other Guitar Center.
Not like they're gonna see me the next day. So.
Right. But yeah. So that's a beautiful guitar. And then this other one, what is that?
Yeah,
Strat?
Strat. It's a beautiful Strat. Mexi Strat.
What's it got in it? What are those pickups?
It's a Pegasus in the bridge, and then Texas, and I think they're the Texas Hot Antiquities in there. Has some crazy mods on it.
Seymour Duncan?
Seymour Duncan. It's all Seymour Duncan.
Nice. Cool. So we're here with Bryan today, and what we have is a smorgasbord of overdrive pedals. Check this out. Right here, I got all these pedals, and they're nothing but overdrives. You got some old school overdrive, you know, you got your main greens over here. We got some extra greens. And then you got like some new school guys here who are like kicking it out right now, which is like the KSR, the high wind amplification, the Aris Effect Savage Drive, and one of Misha's older pedals. The last pedal he did with Protone actually before he made Horizon Devices. But today we're kind of pitting them against the Bad Monkey, because the Bad Monkey, you guys have seen the posts on the Bad Monkey right now? What's going on with this pedal?
That is going like high prices.
That it's going high prices. Yeah,
Right.
So the guy from JHS like did a live video a few weeks ago, and he was like, you know about the Klon.
Yeah.
Okay, so they say that the thing is why every reproduction is never the same, because that guy has some Mojo caps that are not
available anymore.
Exactly. And he's on whatever he has left in his inventory, like that's it. So he did a video comparing the Bad Monkey to the Klon and saying that, you know, this is pretty much like your inexpensive Klon, and then boom, $500, you know what I mean? So it's kind of a hot topic right now, and I just thought it would be funny because I happen to own one.
$40.
That's what everybody's saying, is that it's a $40 pedal that, you know.
I used to have mine, and I sold like 2 of them. So.
I wonder if it's. I don't remember who I bought mine off of, but I might have bought it from you. Did yours not have the thing on the bottom?
You know what? I think I did sell you one of them.
It was, right? Yeah.
Oh, shit.
I
Yeah.
had bought another one. I think I bought it at Hermes, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, and I wanted to keep everything. Like, I was going on an OD freak drive, just like getting a bunch of different ones, because with one amp, like I got the PV 6534 Plus here. I had it for such a long time that I had it for such a long time that I needed to shape it for different pieces of material, and I thought overdrives was a good way to just like make that same amp drive differently and have a different sculpt to it. So I remember me and you throughout the years, like, oh, what do you got? What do I got? And trading stuff. I still have that body, that Strat body.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, a lot of stuff. But what is, before we get into like this whole pedal overdrive and stuff like that, like
Shootout.
the shootout,
Heat up.
See, we're on pedal only. Oh no, I'm supposed to be. Where we at? There we go. Woo. Okay. What is up? We got Steven Shred in the house. He is our moderator for today. So Steven Shred, he just finished streaming, and he's perfect because we're the Shred stream, right?
Steven Shred, thank you so much for everything.
Thank you. And X512, how you doing? I guess we got some people in the house. Underestimated Rhino XT, how y'all doing? Yeah. Woo! Another like from Rhino XT. Thank you for the follow. We're trying to build some numbers up. Yeah. See, Brian's like, what's going on right now? I'm not hip with these new kids. And we're gonna get a lot of that. We're gonna get a lot of like people coming in and they're like Mario Alaman. I mean, he streams, but
by the way, like if you see me on my phone, I'm not like, I'm looking at the chat. I'm not like an iPad kid or whatever. Just like stuck to my phone.
No, we're checking, making sure your comments and everything are coming through. And Steven is a moderator. We made him a moderator. Ray, is that Ray?
Martini.
Ray Martini. Yo, man, we got some people in today.
Dude,
that's awesome. So we're here with our guest Bryan Nueman, and we're talking gear. He's a rock blues guitar player here in the RGV. Sick. And let's start about you as a guitar player. Like, when did you start playing guitar?
I would say I started playing guitar like 15 and a half. I was close to 16. I saved my allowances, and then I bought one of those really cheap Ibanez acoustics. Like, it came like with a tuner and the gig bag. It was like $99.
like a pack or something.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, that thing. I got it from
An
a musician's
acoustic?
friend. That thing sucked. I was bleeding. I was basically about to bleed, dude, trying to play that thing. Like, that thing was the worst. Then my parents, at one of my 16th birthday, they got me a Jackson Dinky with the Floyd Rose.
Yeah.
I wish I still had that one. I should have never sold it. But, yeah, dude, that got me into it. And then I was into, at the time, I think it was like Guns N' Roses, Nirvana, a little bit of Van Halen, but it wasn't until I saw like the Live Without a Net, I like Van Halen. And then I saw like Austin City Limits, Stevie Ray Vaughan. And then so the Eddie Van Halen and Stevie Ray Vaughan, and like, okay, fuck Nirvana. I want to actually play guitar like these guys. And then, yeah.
That started the like, okay, let's practice some
actually
shit.
practice and do something. And I've always liked Metallica. So so things like that, and just kind of pushed me to be a better player, like just watching them and learning how to play. I used to buy DVDs to learn how to play. And then it was mainly by ear, honestly. Like, I'd buy tab books, but I'd never really go through them. I just to get like a grasp of it, to see where I'm playing.
Yeah.
And then everything else was by ear. I'm like, okay, he's playing in this pattern.
Because it's a lot better when you train your ear like that. Because I grew up doing some of that, and then when I discovered tabs in like third grade, I was just learning tabs, and sometimes I wouldn't even pull up the song. I would just like from memory, like try to just go read it. But I felt like I would take the reading a little too literal. And then had to go change in a point where like your ear training, because your ear is gonna it's gonna be everything. You're measuring distance from note to note, and whatever. If you want to sound like Van Halen, his distance of notes is always like this, and whoever's, you know what I mean. And it's better to understand that.
And I think the thing that got me into it also was jamming with friends when I was like 19. That kind of helped train my ear, because. Okay, let's say they're not going to tell you what key they're playing and they're just jamming. Yeah. You got to fucking figure that out.
Yeah, exactly.
And so that broadened my horizons to like improv. So I really like improv. Like, I throw in a backing track and like, let me improv it. But it helps. And then with me, I know everybody learns differently or adapts differently, or like, hey, you know what, I watched this, I can do it. With me, I like creating stuff. Like, I'll go in a backing track and then I'll just solo, and then I'm like, oh, cool, I found something new. Like that's one of my things. that I
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
doing.
Yeah, because you also internalize it a lot more when you discover it on your own. Instead, if somebody told you, "Oh, this is how you make the sound," you're like, "Cool, cool, cool." But when you like discover it and feel it out
It's like
yourself,
a lucky accident.
yeah, and then it's just like you'll never forget that shit.
Yeah.
Because it was that moment that you can trace back to a memory.
Yeah.
That feeling.
Yeah. So it leaves like an impression on you, and I associate that moment, the discovery.
Yeah.
You
For
know.
me, like when I was telling you, like Dorian, like it was when I was practicing this. For me, it's one song, like from The Police, and every
Yeah.
time he hits that one note, I'm like, oh, that's the note. That's the note
Yeah.
that doesn't belong. You know what I mean? And that's Dorian. That's that feeling.
Yeah.
Like for Gabe, it was Santana. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He always does it, but I couldn't find like. I would hear it, but I don't know why it clicked more with The Police. I heard "Driven to Tears," and when he starts the
Okay,
solo,
yeah,
the first note is in Dorian,
Yeah.
so it's just like, oh, he invokes it super hard in the beginning. He's just like right there. That's the feeling, and then the rest is like pentatonic.
True that.
But yeah, plug that guitar in.
Which one?
Whatever guitar you
The,
want to plug in.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll
let's
go
hear
get one.
you play, and then I'm just gonna like turn on some pedals and shit.
Doing clean boost or?
Yeah, so right now, guys, I have one of these guitars into an Egnator Tweaker 40 on a clean channel. And actually, before that, we have all these pedals, right? We have all these pedals, then that amp into a load box, back into my computer with my cab sims that I made for KSR, the KSR 212 IR pack. You can check that out on their website. That is what you're going to be hearing. And it is basically their KSR 212 here with greenback and a vintage 30. And what's really cool is like I have it loaded with a 57 creamback and a vintage 30, so it's almost like you're hearing exactly what you would from the cab.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? To me, it's an accurate translation. I try to keep everything like in a middle ground. Like when you're making tones and stuff like that, you tend to go overboard in the feeling that you want to do. But I try to I know where what the crunch and whatever general gain structure of that tone should be like that, but I try not to go overboard so that across the board it's just like no matter what I plug into, it's gonna do the thing. But yeah, we got some people. Hey Josh, hey Steven. Understimulated. How y'all doing? Yo, 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 yo. Okay, you're gonna plug that one in?
Sure, if we're doing clean boost, might as well.
Yeah, we'll start clean. We got a nice purple cable from the Happy Cable Company. Gold plated, gold tipped. Check them out. They got this nice, what do they call this?
Girth.
I mean, come on, Mr. Guitar Center. You're supposed
what
to,
is that?
come on, you know what that is.
Tweed?
No, because it's harder. It's harder. This is
Braided.
Braided. But no, it's not. It's only the outside. Have you seen that they're doing this now? That it's an extra thing that you put on the outside, and it's like fibers, but it's not like how the tweed and the regular ones you would get from Guitar Center.
No.
I forget what it's called. Dang.
I don't know.
I really didn't know this.
Happy Cables.
Happy Cable Company does this though. Some of the modern cable builders are doing this because this is how you, not only by using like the high quality Megami insides and like gold plated tips and stuff like that, but this is also to help keep everything form and also like not break your shit as fast.
Oh, I see.
How much do they go for, like more or less?
So this one is like an $80, $90 cable for like 15 feet. But it's just when I'm tracking into nice preamps, nice clean interface, you need the best source as possible. So high quality cables are going to make the difference for that, or a little bit more.
It's thicker than your normal cable. Like it looks pretty solid.
Yeah.
I feel like that doesn't. It won't knot. It won't get into a knot.
It will not get into a knot. It definitely doesn't tangle whatsoever. That's not gonna. It's never tangled. I think that's also the big plus about it.
Yeah.
It's like those $100 Home Depot hoses.
Yeah. You would know, Mr. Home Depot. That was beautiful. That's what I want. Stuff like that. Here, let me put on. Let's put on the Bad Monkey. Yeah. That's like, yeah. It's exactly what we wanted you to do.
Yeah. I feel like I need to go buy a truck at like Burns Motors now or something. That's awesome.
You want to move your mic here in the front? So. Let me help him out.
So single coil mode. Sounds good.
And that's the Bad Monkey, guys.
It's even picking up the tapping, so it's pretty cool.
Nice. And that's the $40 pedal that everybody hated on back in the day because it was a cheap pedal and it wasn't a TS9 or whatever. And here we are in 2023.
I can do that. Like, turn it off real quick. Can you do that?
Oh, here, I got you.
This is my theme song.
Oh, yeah, it is.
This song actually plays when I come into work.
How. That sounds awesome. Like, and it's the Bad Monkey. So I play a stock riff, and I'm just going to go through each one, like, as quickly as possible and just, like, dial in the tone. Yeah, one second. Let's get our... Yeah. That's going to be it. Woo! Okay, here we go. Yeah, keep going. Just keep playing that.
Fucking DJ Josh. DJ Josh.
With you.
All right.
Okay, now put them all on.
Yeah.
Oh, we're going to do that test. So I try to I kind of got dirtier as I kept going,
Yeah.
but that's why I went through another round, was just to make sure that like everything was gains together. What we're going to do is we're going to actually go through each riff. Like, you're going to play the riff once, and I'm going to kind of go through, give me a little pause in between. But what we're going to do, I'm not even going to put the Pro Tone on because it's acting a little funny, and two, it's made for Gent. So as soon as you turn it on, it thins it out because Gent
I think I heard that, yeah.
Gent needs thinned out tone with mid punch and a lot of high end stuff. So like for any other setting, it just doesn't work. Like, this was supposed to be Misha's setting to like how he does it by default, you know? So it's already doing all these crazy moves in an overdrive internally. So he makes that choice for you. So I'm not even do it. But all the other ones, we're going to go through each one so you guys can hear the difference of each one. And what I want you guys to kind of pay attention to is I want you to pay attention to the gain structure, the EQ curve, and the crunchiness, like how it crunches in the low end, how it crunches in the mids, and how it crunches in the highs. And just take note. And let me know what you guys like. So let's do that riff again. Here we go, guys.
The same riff or a different riff?
You want to do a different riff? What would make this sound good?
Can't think right now.
I mean, that riff was dope.
Rat.
Oh, you got any of that?
You know Rat?
You're supposed
Played Rat
to.
for a while, dude.
Some Billy Idol. No.
Which riff?
Some Poison. No, play the Ted Nugent riff. Yeah, let's do that. Okay. You ready? We got it? Here, let's transition to these pedals. And you see that light turn on, you're going to know what pedal it is. So let's not start at the Bad Monkey. We're going to go from here, 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 and end here. Ready? The first one is the OD 808.
Ready?
There we go. Now the second one, classic TS 808. Nice. Now this one, it's a TS9, but I modded it myself to a TS 808, which is just changing some resistors out. But to me, it still sounds like a TS9. So this is the TS9 modded. Now, this pedal came from Bryan. Bryan actually gave me this pedal. You remember?
Yeah,
I fixed it
remember.
up.
You
It's
fixed
the
it?
Mojo.
That's probably one of my favorite pedals. Just out there. Okay.
So that pedal has like this rush of low end just like comes in.
That's
So I
what
have to
I like about
sculpt
it,
it
the
back.
bass.
But if you like it for certain things, yeah, people.
Yeah, 'cause even if you raise up the gain a little bit, you do that.
Sounds rounder.
Very
Sounds
round.
fatter.
Very round.
I would say that one would be my favorite.
And then the Ibanez JD Jet Driver, it's like the JD9. It's got a mid boost. It's a lot more bitier and a push of
Yeah.
mids, and it's
That
got a
one sounds
mid
good.
knob. So the mid knob you can push up
was
and
that one
down.
called?
It's the Ibanez JD9 Jet Driver. It's kind of like the TS9, but it's got a mid knob.
I actually like that one.
So it's pretty
Yeah, I
dope.
was liking it too.
I've used it a
Got
lot for
mid
leads
boost.
throughout the ages.
I feel like that's what I'd use it for.
Yeah, it boosts it. Yeah, it makes it very present. Note articulation. And then here's the Aries Effects Savage Drive. These are mostly modern and metal, but you'd be surprised that they're not only meant to do that. More so these guys than this guy. But here you go. So
That one sounds good.
So you can get more bite, but you notice like the way it shapes your notes, they're more cutting. So they're quicker. The transients are quicker in the way they go versus so it's like every other pedal's like and this one's like it's accenting the so this is and I'm wearing the shirt today. We just got a shout out to my boy out there, but Jordan Gale from High Wind Amplification. This is his pedal. It's pretty freaking dope. These next three pedals are my favorite ODs on the market, hands down. It is the High Wind Dire Wolf. So check this one out, guys. I like this one a lot. Here we go.
Sounds really good. Not just kidding. That one sounds actually really
And
good.
what's cool is it's got a blend knob. So let's say I go that hard, and instead of taking gain down or changing anything, I'm just going to blend it to the dry signal. That's dry signal. That's 100% wet signal.
Do
I
like it
see.
there on the highest one, put it back. That one I see myself using.
Woo!
Yeah, that was
So,
dirty.
so Brian bought it. I mean, Brian. I keep calling you Brian. Bert bought it, and I saw Bert last night. And a few days ago, Bert finally got it in. He's like, "Hey, check out the serial number that is on my thing," and it said 956. So
sick.
we're in the 956 RGV Rio Grande Valley. If you guys don't know, I know we have a lot of people tuning out. Josh, Ray Martini, Koopa Kush. If you guys are, I believe you guys are from out of the RGV. But this is our little
Oh,
corner.
that's Amir.
Oh wait, that is
I
Amir.
think that's Amir.
Which one? Koopa Kush?
Yeah, and I think that's Josh Ramirez.
Oh, duh. That's so you
I
got your
think that
boys
is,
in
I'm
your
pretty
house.
Sure.
Hey, but
yeah, they're here.
Josh
I
doesn't
think.
live here.
No, Josh
he knows
moved
what the
away.
956 is.
Yeah, Josh. Yeah, he's 956.
He's 956. But anyway, he bought the pedal and he's loving it. I think it's because we did a tone tasting video and I think I busted it out, and so he bought one, and it's just all these knobs right here, these clipping diodes, they go up 1, 2, 3. So there's 3 per one, and it has a bite, a growl, a mode, and a boost. So for the bite, you got like different different bite sounds, different growl sounds. The mode is like, almost like fat mode, thin mode, thick mode, genty or thicker. Like we're on the thicker mode instead of cutting it up so much. And then the boost, well, you can have no boost. You can have boost, and you can have it's like boost plus clipping and dirt. You know what I mean? So like it's just like extra.
I would
And that's what you're on right there. Is the extra.
Give me the link for that one.
Yes, I will. Jordan, you've made a sell. Okay, so we're going to go into the KSR now. This is the KSR Hera. So you're going to see these two KSR pedals here. We got the Hera and the Eros. And he first came out with the Eros. It's a boost / overdrive because you can set your clipping to no clipping or dirt or clean, which would be like a boost. And then you got a level, a gain, and a tone stack. So you can shape it. You can shape your transients, your notes. And when he came out with that one, he decided to dial it down, make it a more fuller and rounder and less abused. And that's what the Hera is. So you're going to see this one's very nice and boosted, but clean. So that's on it's like the dirty setting. If it was just doing boosting, it would sound more like this. You can see when I engage the dirt knob, it gets hairier, and then when I turn up the gain, you get more hair. But
that's what she said.
That's what she said.
Yeah, buddy.
Now the ears.
I like hair.
I like this guy. So it's got more rush of mids, and right now, as soon as he started playing, I took the mid knob and just sucked it out because I was like, it has a bunch of mids, and I can hear that before it hits the amp, Because if the normal.
Yeah, I hear the difference.
Yeah, this one's more scooped.
Here, let me do it with the chord.
So one's more present in the mids, and that's when it comes out and sounds rocking, and the other one's scooped and sounds cleaner. Okay, GTOD.
That one sounds good too.
And then that's your pedal, right? That he brought today. And then the Bad Monkey.
They sound really close.
Yeah.
It sounds good.
It does.
It just feels good.
It does, because when you have the lows and the highs knob, you can. That's what I'm doing. I'm filling in space with the lows and highs knob. So when I take them down, watch play. Why not dime the high and the lows all the way up? I mean, if that's a move, that's a move, So let's go through play the what was the other riff you were playing earlier? Catch Scratch Fever. Okay, play that, and every repetition I'm gonna switch to the next pedal, and we'll do 2 times through.
Yeah. I like that one.
Yeah. Yeah, that was pretty good. What do you think about that?
That sounded good.
What was it? Because you're just playing, right? You're like, oh, I don't know which one it is. Every time I would get to the JD9, Tony
Yeah,
was
the
like,
JD9 like is
It has something to
awesome,
it.
dude. There's something about it. I think it's. You said that it's got like a mid knob, right?
it's got a mid knob. So already in the center, it kind of has like a more mid push than the other pedals.
Yeah.
But then because it's got the mid knob, you can either take it down or take it back, take it up more. So right now it's just in the middle, but it's got that mid push to it already just by default. And then my favorite ones are the High Wind and the KSR Hera. So I think if we put those three pedals together and kind of just like shoot them against each other, let's hear that out.
You want to try it?
Yeah. So here's the.
Sure. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Here we go.
There we go. Hey, get another beer.
How y'all doing in there? Send us some emoji hype if you're enjoying the stream. Y'all are much appreciated. I hope you guys are enjoying what we got here. Got some goodies, some overdrive, maybe learning a little bit about tone sculpting and all that good. Ooh, look at that beautiful emoji. Look at that. Steven's got the beautiful emoji right here. Check it out. Oh. Our star is going to be right back. But Tony is going to serenade you. Here, the JD9, that's what you want, right? I got a tuner right here. Playing the tuning song, the tuning song. How does it feel? How does it feel to play a real amp, real pedals, loading a cab sim, and like, you know, I'm using the reverb from Pliny because it sounds cool. Exactly, because reverb is like, he says we get the best of both worlds because like reverb, cab IRs, you know, they just make your job easier and they're not the gain structure part of everything. So the gain is the hardest part because when you have an amp sim, your gain is created by an algorithm. And when you have real amp stuff, your gain is, you know, analog. So then you go into the digital world and then you're just simulating your room, your speaker, which is a speaker IR is a reverb response. And then reverb is like also a reverb response or some algorithmically made. But they do that better than they do in the analog world. So, I mean, obviously not a real speaker, but here we go. Everybody, Mr. Toni. He threw another mic. If you guys notice, the way Tony's playing, I'm not even telling him what to play, but every time I switch to another pedal, he almost feels forced to play differently because the gain changes, right? So you're like, oh, this one sounds good for this. We play into this. Like at an instinct, you're not even trying. You're just doing that.
It's intuitive, yeah.
It's very intuitive. There you go.
It's intuitive.
Word of the day.
Word of the day with Bryan Nueman and Toni Leal. You guys ever heard of Guthrie Govan? How about Tony Govan?
Nah.
That's good. That's finger looking good. Let me see that bad boy. stupid.
That's not stupid.
Actually, I think I was supposed to be. I like a lot of B minor or B major.
Not with me. I didn't get it with a bar, but I have a bar. Oh, you played the bar lot, right?
I was trying to like move the bridge, but I don't know. It felt very
Stiff.
stiff.
Oh, you know why? Look,
Is
look
it
at that.
locked or what?
6 springs.
That's what it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right now, 5. There could be no 6. There could.
I'm really digging that Shred. I mean, with all her styles, it sounds really good.
Yeah, I really like the Strat.
Did I show you pictures of the way it was?
Yeah. You were showing me the wiring, the inside. Yeah. I think that's something that's overlooked. Like people just forget.
Yeah.
Like the guts. Like the inside matters too.
Yeah. It made a difference.
I always like the way this guy did the solo. But something like that, yeah.
Tender surrender.
Right? Or it might be.
Yeah. But that song is so fucking smooth.
I was always more of the one that I went and learned a lot was the.
Oh yeah.
little blues in there, right?
Yeah.
Oh no, Freda.
What's funny, it has that Steve Vai fucking tone.
especially when you find Steve Vai licks.
Yeah.
I always love the part when he goes. There's no
Very
24.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember like it didn't seem that hard, but when I was actually like trying to get it down, it's like going between the. You know what
Or
I
even the
mean?
Halo theme song. That was like my fucking favorite, dude.
So I play it with Sonic Boom, right?
Yeah. Sounds like you'd Irish tap dance to that.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Well, I push that into that type of lead, that JD9. Yeah.
Badass.
That sounds great.
But you know what also sounds like a tap dancing thing is John Petrucci's
Glasgow Kiss.
Glasgow Kiss, yeah. Oh, fuck. This one also doesn't have enough frets. He uses a 424 fourth because when he goes, it reaches a 24th fret there because you're 12 here, so he does it an octave up. And then does the, yeah, because he does it. All Dorian is, or no, Mixolydian, right? Mixolydian. All bad. Yeah, good song. There's only one solo from him I can pull off or play most of it at any time. Great
cool.
solo from him. He's a fun guy to go there. It was one of the ones in like middle school that I was like, yeah, I gotta learn that. Perfecting it my whole life. Symphony of Destruction was one of those for me.
such a tough
That's
one to like
badass.
really get down. Like
Yeah.
Freddie Friedman shows.
everybody wants to do. That's the riff everybody has trouble with, and I've slowed it down and just got it like. I can play it at any speed, but it just you have to go through the levels of fucking. And one of the things he does is he does that
Hybrid picking?
economy picking. So he's going down, down, up, down, down, up.
Yeah.
When he's going down, down, up. Instead of down, up, down, which is what everybody wants
Yeah,
to
he's,
do.
he's kind of like sweeping it.
He's sweeping it, exactly.
Yeah, that's what really gives you like that fluid.
Yeah, because if I used to try to do you can't get it as fast. Because you gotta fucking jump over a whole string. Yeah.
What
it's a
if
tough
you
one.
like hybrid pick it? Would that?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
you
it
can do
you saw
like-
that it sounded like a little country-ish.
Yeah, because it's kind of like it's like a little banjo roll or something.
Yeah, fun stuff.
Yeah.
Anyways,
That's cool.
You can take this back. I'm
Hey, what
still
about the
on guitar.
Epiphone?
Oh yeah.
Do we want to?
I should have brought the Gibson, but yeah.
Hey, man.
Yeah, I heard Misha's song in Halo 2. Come on. Polyphia Goat, how about I give you some...
Wait, let me play this before you put that guitar away because this guitar is perfect for this Polyphia song. You guys might know it. Ah. So hard. So hard, but it's something. And I was practicing it for a bit, but it's like there's stuff if you're not on top of it, like you totally lose. There'll be some there, but the fluidness is like, oh, there's so much. It's a lot of like easy things put together, put in small pieces, chunks, but when you put those chunks together, it's like, from here to here to here to here, there, and it's like,
Yeah.
you get it better and better with every rotation.
You know,
Wow.
do you also get that because it reminds me of like an early 2000s like pop song? Like
Well,
I'm
that's
thinking
the
of
thing
like
is like they always felt like R&B in a prog format. You know what I
Right.
mean,
because like I'm hearing like TLC, I'm hearing
Usher
like
or like
Usher,
you know what I mean? Yeah, exactly.
all those
exactly.
big like pop
That's what
artists
they
at the
turned
time.
into. They started taking those chord progressions,
Yes.
which is what they are, and turning them into like these. They're playing a lot of like the same stuff, just
Yeah.
recorded out in different areas. So instead of going like,
Yeah, I mean,
it goes. But the root notes are
the chord progression is there. Like it is happening.
yeah.
But like from an outsider's perspective, you're like, what's
What?
going on?
Yeah.
But if you follow the bass, like it's there.
Couch mic peaking bad. Is it? Oh, fourth
Mic,
mic
check.
position.
Yeah.
Couch peaking bad. Who'll be doing that? Let me see. I don't see.
Peek, peek. Oh, it might be me.
Oh, like if you hit,
If you go like really go straight up to it,
Yeah,
hears
sorry, I was
things. Yeah,
deep
yeah.
throating that. Sorry.
sometimes the mic diaphragm can't handle it. Ah. There you go. There you go. There it is. There it is. So yeah, there's a lot, but you can hear my bass notes of where I'm
You
going.
hear it, yeah.
And then like they add the, it's cool. It's wild, wacky.
Yeah.
It's definitely for like guitar players if you're trying to like push your boundary. Even though we grew up in a totally different era of shred and crazy shit, that shit is still worth learning because
Oh,
it's
yeah,
still
absolutely.
like pushing boundaries of what the guitar can do.
Yeah.
And I'm doing all that hybrid picking. If you see, like every time I play it, I'm just like going. I'm always using these.
It demands it. Like
It demands it. Oh,
Yeah.
for sure. So I'm holding the pick and then using whatever finger is
Yeah.
available at the time.
It's almost as if like it's a classical piece, like a classical guitar piece.
Yeah, definitely.
I feel that.
You gonna plug that one in? Go for it.
See how the same riff sounds like on a Les Paul. All dirty because of the humbucker. The humbucker has grit to it. That's why single coils do the clean tones better.
Yeah.
Even in the middle, I mean, we were clean. What happened? It's because of the single coils. So it's already gritty.
Was that an Immortal Guardian riff?
Right? I just learned how to like he taught me a lot of like how he moves and what he sees when he's moving around. So a lot of it is just I'm all I did there was play E minor, maybe occasionally the 7, but just the chord in arpeggiated form. It's the same 3 notes over and over again. I actually never change. But what's cool is you can add the 7 and give it that sound. So if you're like major, add the 7.
Pretty neat.
Harmonic minor, right there. So you got minor, and then the harmonic minor. So when you ever hit that note, it's got the minor, harmonic minor. That distance between there, instead of minor, it's harmonic minor. And when you can see that more all over the fretboard, it just makes things easier because you just. Cool. Regular instead of the
Yeah.
smoother sounding. So like when you do diminish and you're doing that like shape, the 7 shape or whatever, it's like 1 note difference. So you can start the 7, or you can put diminish on top of it because it
Yeah.
has like 3 of the same notes. Yeah,
Badass.
fun stuff.
Let Tony play for a bit.
Yeah,
I like hearing
Tony.
Tony's playing.
Thank you, Ray, for the follow. Still need to fix my V pickup set. I was gonna say, when I'm in town, I can probably do that, fixed job for you. So we'll see what happens. I'll be in town.
Big job.
Fixed job. He's got some pickups that he had installed, needs some work. Or someone put some Seymour Duncans or something, and they did the pin out wrong, so it sounds like single coil. Because I don't know if you guys know this, actually, Blake Richards, your old guitar player, Blake.
Oh, Blake?
He brought me a
Myers?
guitar, and he's like, I can't get these wiring, these pickup. This guy wired it, and he did it wrong, and I just can't get it. And I brought it here, and I looked at the Seymour Duncan diagram. I'm like, hey, black is actually positive. It's not the ground on the Seymour Duncans.
Yeah.
So I was like, you're having it grounded off when really it's like it's something else. So you have to like, a lot of people forget the fucking every pickup has their own wiring code, and Seymour Duncan for some reason puts their black at like a positive, or like either that or you're supposed to put it in with either the inner coils, something like that. I can't remember exactly, but it was just like they did that to his guitar, and he lives in Cali, so I'll be there in like 2 weeks.
Oh,
Hopefully,
nice.
do it.
There you go. There you go.
Always working, always busy.
It's a quickie.
It's a quickie. Yeah. It is for me. I'm like, oh, boom. There you go. Enjoy. The high wind. Play us a piece of one of your songs.
Yeah, what?
Play us a piece of one of your songs. So you can scoop it, that pedal too. Hunchback. Do that. And this is why I like the Eros a lot, especially for humbucker stuff, because these humbuckers, they're not that great. They're just, I'm just not feeling them, but I can use the Eros to shove them in the direction I need to, of like, you know, when you do that, it's like you're shaping the dynamics to be shorter but full. You got the EQ to brighten it up or scoop it out before it even touches, you know, your amp, so makes it very shapeable. Oh, I got one of those. One more, Daddy.
There you go.
It happens.
Let's do something fun. You guys down for something fun? Check this out.
The DJ thing.
DJ Joss.
DJ Josh.
Check this out.
That was great.
We're gonna do something fun. 2 seconds. We'll be right there. Okay, here we go. Let me get a click source going on. 2 seconds. And then we're going to play with some magic. Let's see if we can get this. Oh, you're going to be like that? Come on, do the thing.
I like the way this guitar feels.
Yeah, it feels
It just
good.
feels good.
It has what I read about it. It has a Graptec nut.
It just needs some, like, I don't know, the frets. I think they need some work.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that sounds exactly right.
The correct BPM.
And everything. Way too fast. We can't do that. No.
Make it faster. Just kidding.
It should be, let's see.
He said.
That's what she said.
Okay, we're going to do. Yeah, check it out, guys. It's going to be cool.
Feel like I'm in an elevator. You know the elevator music? The salsa.
Fifth floor, please.
Fifth floor. You get stuck.
What movie is that? Devil? Have you seen that movie, Devil,
Yeah.
where they're stuck in an elevator?
Yeah.
I kept messing it up. I got it here.
we go.
So we're gonna take that, daddies. And we're gonna make some magic. This is our loop.
Some black magic.
Is there a woman involved? I think there is.
Yes.
Sounds like my ex.
So, if I'm not mistaken, we should be able to do this. We need to repeat it, don't we, huh?
Okay.
Yeah.
Tony's taking the
Yeah,
first
loop
one.
it.
Tony's taking the first one.
All right.
What key is it in?
It is in the key of fuck.
It's like E minor or something.
It is actually in the key of C, if I'm not mistaken. Try C. C minor.
Do that Incubus.
Oh, my bad. I think so. Try it. Yeah. Gotta use them ears. JD9.
This is like you're in the elevator and like the AC is like broke, and you're just like, oh my god.
It's getting so hot here. Let's do the bad monkey.
Let Daddy play.
I think it's like a tequila commercial.
Yeah. And just as a drink, that's even funnier.
What was it? Yeah, Ray Martini. He was like Netflix, the Netflix narco theme. Or like a Dos Equis commercial.
Yeah.
That's fun. That's fun.
The most interesting riff.
Put in the bridge.
That's a jamboree, guys. I think my pedal cam went out.
Yeah, we're an hour and a half in.
So, I think Tony's got some trivia for us. For you. So Tony's got this
Trivia.
thing. Tell him about your trivia thing.
Yeah. So, since we've got our first guest, I thought it'd be a really good idea to start it off
Okay.
with some trivia. So,
Or maybe end it off since that's what.
or maybe end it off.
yeah, right.
I'll see you guys later.
I don't know shit.
All right, bye. Okay, so here's the question. How old is the electric bass guitar? When was it, or how long do you think it's been around for?
That's a good one because I mean, what the first electric guitar was maybe 50s. I would say.
So when does that make the bass? What
I would-
decade?
I would say in the 50s, maybe. I don't know what year exact, but I would say 50s.
Funny enough, I forgot.
But I think it is the 50s.
It would have to be
if
the
it
50s.
wasn't the 50s,
I'm gonna have to Google that right now.
no,
Google
check
it.
out.
Yeah. Because Tony doesn't even have the answers like he should.
I could be wrong, but I think it was in the 60s.
No, because they had the P bass and stuff like that. And
Let's see. When was
soloing to that loop here at
first-
home. Josh Ramirez was soloing to that loop at home. That is beautiful.
electric?
That's a bossa nova. I didn't even tell you guys. It's a bossa nova beat.
it says 1930s.
1930s.
The inventor Paul Tootmark of Seattle, Washington, developed the first electric bass guitar in its modern form. Huh.
So I found this off of, wow, this is mi.edu.
This was Wikipedia. The one that I got it off of.
Yeah. Well, so check this out, because this is pretty interesting. And this is actually the one that I had found last time. So it says, the first electric bass guitar was invented by Leo Fender.
In 1951.
Yeah, and marketed in the United States at the beginning of the 1950s. This model became the popular and commercialized version of the electric bass guitar that became widely used in the 20th century. So quick maths, let's just say
Quick maths.
1950s.
Yeah, I would say 1950s. That's when it was popular and everything.
Yeah. So how old today is a bass guitar?
Let's
Like
see,
80?
80 years old. No, 50, 60, 73 years
53 or-
old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
That's
in
not,
50s.
that, like, when I put that into perspective, I was like, holy shit. It hasn't even been around that long.
And for us to be slapping on it,
Yeah.
chugging on it, clinking to like bass tone. Modern bass tone these days is like high grit on the high end and,
Yeah.
and deep lows. You know what I mean? So when I play bass for Mortal Guardian, it's like clank clank, but also like boom boom boom.
Yeah.
Very scooped. Yeah.
I just thought it was really interesting because it's like, well, even like since you brought that up, it's like, well, it's only been like 70 years. Like, who knows, like where the bass guitar is going to be in like 10 more years or like 5 more years.
I mean, look, we're doing multi-scale now. I got a multi-scale bass
Yeah.
here off camera. I mean, that's kind of like this is actually the modern bass because Steinberg, Dingwall, my brand Legator, we're all kind of doing the same thing. So this is what a modern bass has turned into. Speaking of where it has come
Like, where
in
is it?
70 years, this
Yeah.
is where it's at.
That's where it's at right now.
You got this guy. Let me see, is this a better? You got this guy right here. 5-string, fan fretted. You see those fan frets right there? It's fanning out.
What scale is that, by the way?
It's going to 32 or something like that, or something,
Oh,
or
okay.
it's something pretty ridiculous.
Nice.
Got the Fishmans in there, so
The Fishman's for bass pickups right now are just because Fishman's pickups are not made like normal pickups. They're wounded differently. They're just completely different. So the Fishman pickups for bass, it's like you can sound like you're a P bass, you can sound like you're a jazz bass, and then like
So it's versatile, yeah.
yeah, and like everybody who wants to do like that. How do you get that modern tone where like the high end sounds like that and the low end sounds like that? These just do it right out of the box. Like you just, and it's just already doing the clank clank in the low end. You put it through a Sans amp, and you're good to go. That's what I've been touring with. Is just this dark glass compressor because you want to keep everything together, especially with our low tunings, and then Sans amp. That's it. Straight into the PA.
Rock and roll.
Rock and roll. I believe our basses are 35 to 37.
Yeah, 35 scale because it's multi-scale, right? So the bottom is 35 and the top is 37.
Thank you. Shred is Steven Shred is actually he works with Legator too. He's their moderator for their streams and stuff like that. So that is beautiful that he's able to give me that information on the go. That's what moderators are for. Everybody, show some emoji hype for Steven. He's been such a kick-ass help this whole time. And those of you guys who are still here from his raid, thank you all for sticking around with us. You guys are freaking awesome. Ray Martinez. Yeah. Y'all are kick-ass. I think we're good, right?
Yeah.
That feels like a good stream to me. We did some jams. We did some pedal comparisons, and it was just a good old time. Everybody, this was your guest of the night, guest of honor, Bryan Nueman.
Bryan Nueman, hell yeah.
Yeah.
What did Danny say? In the words of Danny, give me a hill seat and
Give me a hell seat.
oh, those are old times, dude.
Community manager. That's what Steven Shred is for Legator. Thank you, Steven. Thank you all for tuning in. Thank you, Bryan, for
Thank you,
being here.
everybody.
Yeah, you're welcome.
And Tony for rushing right after work. He literally just got out of work and
I'm still in my
got
work
here.
uniform.
Yeah. Give us a little. Show your stripes.
A little nip
Oh
slip.
yeah, there you
The
go. The
GC
GC
plug.
right there. Look at that. Oh, beautiful.
There it is.
Thank you all for tuning in. We'll catch you all. We'll hopefully try to tune in, do a stream next week. But just check us out on, follow us on WidowmakerStudios.com, Facebook, and you'll be able to keep up with our next stream, which is hopefully next week. Hoping to get this really special guest in, and it's going to be awesome. Peace.
Tensenhammer.